Hey, Dirk. Dirk or Derek? Dirk? Hey, Dirk.
What is happening?
Anyways, it doesn't matter because I heard you're actually pretty good at F1 22. Have a go around the Austin GP circuit, see if you can beat my lap time. I don't know, with a name like Dirk, I actually think you can.
So, I've just been called out by Daniel Ricciardo to beat his lap time on the F1 22 game.
What's going on? It's Daniel Ricciardo, it's EA Sports F1 22, US GP's around the corner. Let's go.
Yeah, honestly, watching that back, I still cannot believe right now that Daniel Ricciardo has challenged me on F1 22 to beat him around the US Grand Prix. And if you're watching this around the 20th of October, it is around the time that the F1 2022 game is actually on a free-to-play weekend. And if you haven't played the game before, then you have got the chance to play the F1 2022 game free this weekend on Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam, and I highly encourage you guys to take advantage of that. And whilst you're at it, I've got a challenge for you. So obviously, Daniel Ricciardo has challenged me to beat his lap time of a 1:33.5 around COTA in the F1 car, but I'm going to set you guys two challenges, one in the F2 2022 car and one in the F1 2022 car. So F2 2022 cars got released recently, so I thought, you know what, let's jump in the Circuit of the Americas and jump in the F2 cars to see what lap time I can do. And these cars are fun to drive, but God, this track is quite difficult. So as I'm going around, you're probably going to notice that I am battling this car quite a lot, but that's just because I'm trying to get the best lap time I can, and I gave this some good practice as well. So some more tips and tricks about driving the F2 car whilst I'm at it. Avoid the curbs not as much as you can. If you can control it, then good, yeah, fair play. But for me, I had to avoid the curbs because this car just really struggled to attack the curbs aggressively. But anyway, I digress. Third gear, by the way, is your best friend. So as you watch me come up to the next corner here, you'll see that I'm in third gear, and it's just the sweet spot gear to allow you to control the car on the exits without having too much issues with the traction. I will warn you though, if you try and put too much throttle on and you're using no TC and no ABS, then the rear's gonna go. You didn't see just like that, exactly like that, but I kind of went a bit too wide there. But anyway, just make sure you're massaging the throttle nicely to make sure that you can control that traction and you don't let the rear end slip. This corner here is an absolute mess. Don't look, man, I'm embarrassed with myself. I'm just happy to get through to the end of the circuit. This was a difficult car to drive, okay? So we crossed the line with a 1:47.3, 329th in the world in the F2 car around the Circuit of Americas. Not invalid, but that last sector could do with a lot of work. A 1:47.3. That's beatable. It's very beatable. Good luck. Now on to the good stuff. Now I'm not an esports driver, so don't take, don't say this isn't perfect, but I'm gonna try my best to give you some handy tips and tips. So coming up to the first corner here, my braking point is gonna be this black marker or this black board on the right, which is gonna be the exact point I'll be putting brakes down into fourth gear. If you use third gear, don't worry about it. You can do that, just short shift into fourth because it helps so much in traction. Don't just slam the throttle on, softly apply the power to make sure that you get nice grip. And then here, the left and right are flat out. Down into sixth gear, kiss the curb, just lift a tiny little bit, then straight back onto the throttle. Quick little tip, by the way, I use the blackboard and the F1 2022 billboards to kind of tell me when to like lift and turn left, so if that helps, use that. Down into fifth gear and then into fourth gear on the right. So you can definitely take more curb if you want to do so. Don't be scared of taking it. It's just more likely that you will risk an invalidation, but you can take more curb. I just kiss it just to be safe. So on the left here, we attack that curb as much as we can to make sure we get the best exit we can because we're gonna get time here. Around the 70 meter here, this is where you break down to fourth gear again. It works better than third gear, but you can take third if you're being a little bit scared like I am. The exits here are so important. You want to minimize wheel speed and just maximize traction because the straights here, you will gain so much time. So just make sure you get a nice clean exit. In a race, prime overtaking opportunity is this straight, by the way, so keep that in mind. Just for the 100 meter marker board here, again, third gear, but you can use fourth. I use third because I'm scared. Fourth gear, this is so blind, I have no idea. Guess, good luck with it. I have no idea where you're going to be braking. So as you sling it around to the right here, again, it's kind of a guessing game. I used the left hand start of the curb just to help me kind of decide where to brake, but it's not a perfect point, but it helps quite a lot. Anyway, fast, flat out right-hander here, trying to stay tight. You will gain time staying tight here, and then there's like an orange marker on the right I use. Upon second inspection, that is a steward that I'm using. So just before the black box, or when the steward, when you like, I don't even know how to explain this, but when you line up next to the steward, I don't know. Anyway, that's your braking point and your turning point. And for the final corner, I'm using the pit entry as my braking point. So whenever my wheel lines up with that, that is roughly around the time I should start thinking about braking. And as we approach the final corner here, fourth gear on the exit, and just massage the throttle once again to maximize traction, and that gives you my lap. So before I love you and leave you, I'm going to leave you with the full unedited version of my lap so you guys can have a look. If you do manage to beat this lap time, drop a comment down in the comments below. I'd love to know who actually does it, because I genuinely struggled, like genuinely really struggled. Before I let you guys go, just remember it's free to play this weekend, and more than likely the game's going to be on discount if you're not watching this weekend where it is free to play. So just make sure to have a look, try the game out. Thank you to EA and Daniel Ricciardo for the message. Oh yeah, I don't even know what to say, man. Absolutely gobsmacked. But thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the lap. See you guys later. Bye.